This is Brief Briefing. Bitcoin plunge has newbies scrambling to Google double spend. Bitcoin plunged more than 10% Thursday, sparking a hunt for reasons the notoriously volatile asset was selling off. One that captured attention questioned the very viability of the token itself, though it turned out not to be cause for concern. A report in a trade blog suggests that there had been what's known as a double spend, where the same token is used by the same person in two transactions. It's like if someone bought a car, paid the seller, drove off with their brand new car, and then later yanked back all the money. In the case of the blockchain or the software that underlies Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the transaction in question would be excluded from the final tally on the digital ledger. What happened here is called a block reorg. When two blocks get made at the same time by two miners, the chain votes for the winner. That block wins. Then the losing block gets sent back to the meme pool to be included in the upcoming block. So this is the actual nature of Bitcoin. So anyone that knew this would actually be able to make one heck of a trade. Chinese investors are growingly concerned that Polkadot fails amid EOS-like fraudulent activity. Polkadot is known as the Ethereum killer, and although started trading in 2020, quickly reached a market capitalization of $4 billion. This blockchain protocol offers a high throughput and low-cost transactions, but what does make DOT different than any of the other Ethereum competitors like EOS? EOS is a platform that was designed to allow developers to build decentralized applications on it. The digital asset had an amazing start, reaching a market capitalization of $17 billion in April 2018. Nevertheless, shortly after, its price plunged down to 1.8 from the 21 all-time high and never managed to recover. New report states Polkadot's fate will be similar to EOS. According to a recent Chinese report published on the WeChat platform, Polkadot might be just hyped up from China just like EOS. The article states, "We conducted some surveys based on the Polkadot Ecological Project summary compiled by Baikan and found that in addition to DOT and Kusama, the remaining 11 ecological projects include ANKR, ChainX, Polar Region, Seller, Darwina, Katon, Fala, Mantra, and 8 projects including Crust have Chinese capital behind them, which can be said to account for half of the current Polkadot ecological hot projects. Additionally, it seems that Mantra DAO has been already investigated for serious fraud. The article also references EOS price growth back in 2020, 2017, and 2018, and its similarities to the current price action of Polkadot. It's also important to note that Polkadot markets itself as an Ethereum killer. However, ETH 2.0 should be released within the next 2 years, which would make Polkadot somewhat useless. What's even more interesting is the number of transactions on the Polkadot network. Despite hitting a new high on December 28th, 2020 at 12,619 transactions in a day, this number is still minuscule in comparison to the Ethereum's transactions, seeing an average of 1.1 million per day. Here we can see the Ethereum's transactions on this chart taking place. In fact, even in January 2017, when Ethereum's price was roughly $10 with a market capitalization of $1 billion, the network still had an average of 50,000 transactions per day, which is almost 5 times higher than Polkadot's best day. This is a prominent individual from MicroStrategy. What he says is a very historic moment for cryptocurrency. He basically, let's just go ahead and take a listen.
Michael, it's Guy. Thanks for being here. You know, typically I would say you have to be a rocket scientist from MIT to understand this, but you happen to be exactly that. So I'm going to ask you this question. You're basically, first of all, I admire your temerity. I admire your passion about this. I truly do. And obviously it's reflected in your stock price. But how do the employees of the company feel about this? Because this is a huge bet in a lot of ways on the future of your company.
Well, you know, when Google and Facebook and Amazon and Apple came out and they launched their digital networks, and when the internet came along and it was a new digital network for information, people weren't quite sure if they should embrace them. But I think 30 years later, companies that know how to use the internet and know how to work with Apple and Google and Facebook and social networks are the leading edge companies, and they're winning. Our employees are pretty delighted that we're pioneers in commercializing and integrating with this digital monetary network, because this is going to be the future.
What he's basically saying is that we're at the beginning, back when the internet was first introduced, and that he regrets whatever moves he could have made back then, so he's not going to make the same mistake twice. He sees an opportunity, just like back then when they used to make fun of the @ sign that we now use today. They used to make fun of emails. The joke was, why would I send an email when I could send a postal card? It's just amazing, the advancements that we have made, and he knows that this is the next industrial revolution. Ergo and Cardano team to explore key DeFi challenges at Ergo Summit. The cross-organization event held on Saturday, January 23rd will unveil the new technologies developed in partnership between the blockchain initiatives. 2020 provided two things: decentralized finance is here to stay, and significant challenges still remain. While Ethereum remains the largest DeFi infrastructure platform, more recent projects have sought to address some of the first smart contract blockchain's shortcomings. Ergo's platform, a DeFi blockchain launched in 2019 by former NXT and IOHG developer Alexander Champerney, showcases an impressive set of smart contract technologies built on the foundations of Bitcoin's UTXO model and proven track record of security. The team has collaborated with Cardano via a partnership with Ergo, a leading blockchain company, to explore solutions that will further both platforms and the DeFi space as a whole. This weekend, the online Ergo Summit will feature speakers from across these organizations. They will discuss the fast-moving nature of DeFi space and the challenges that still exist, and how Ergo and its partners aim to address them. Additionally, the team will unveil the design of a new stablecoin, AgeUSD, based on a model that brings the benefits of simplicity, security, and full decentralization. We're very excited to see what 2021 brings for DeFi, said Champerney. This is great news. Though I wish that we could keep the Shelley testnet going. Everyone abandon their nodes and let Shelley go offline. If you're interested in bringing Shelley back, go ahead and check the documentations on GitHub, because Shelley can be used as a test bench in the same way you test computer equipment. and it can be used to implement DeFi applications faster. I mean, we should utilize Shelley's. Everyone already knows about Shelley, so why not utilize the chain? Why not get testnet ADA listed on exchanges? I just feel that Cardano would be more competitive if it had its own testnet. Everyone knows the Shelley testnet. Go ahead, run a node. We can get testnet Cardano listed on exchanges. It can be a decentralized movement. Ethereum may surge sevenfold to 10,500. Frontstrat Global says. Ether, the second largest cryptocurrency, could climb more than sevenfold to 10,500 after reaching a record this week, according to Fundstrat Global Advisor LLC. Strategist David Greeter's prediction is based in part on the popularity of the related Ethereum blockchain for so-called decentralized finance applications. Ethereum has also made progress towards a network upgrade would allow it to process similar number of transactions as MasterCard or Visa. Ether is the best risk-reward investment play in crypto, Greiter wrote in a note Tuesday, adding that blockchain computing may be the future of cloud. Risk includes setbacks for the network upgrade or a crypto bear market, he said. Decentralized finance or DeFi allows people to do things like lend or borrow funds without the need for traditional intermediate, such as banks. Many DeFi applications are run on the Ethereum blockchain. Ether rose more than fivefold last year compared with the quadrupling in the price of Bitcoin amid a polarizing crypto boom. Proponents believe digital coins are maturing as an asset class, while detractors say they remain prone to rampant speculation and major volatility. Did you take advantage of the dip for Bitcoin? Do you think that Shelley testnet T88 should be listed on exchanges? Would you like to run a node? Check out the documentation on GitHub. What do you think of the partnership between Ergo and Cardano? Do you think that this is the next industrial revolution? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.